Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Welcome to a match that's going to be out of this world. It's ETF2L Season 27, Week 6, Lowpander versus Lego. These are two up-and-coming teams that are kind of like sniffing the very top. They're both like somewhere between number 4 and number 2, and it's all about getting into the playoffs, baby. I'm Peter. We have gemm on production, and HiipFire is joining me as a co-caster. How are you doing, man?
Doing good, man. I'm glad that I think this is going to be my first Lowpander cast of the season, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, Lowpander, they have been doing extremely well so far this season. Like, they're number 2 right now, and part of the reason why is because they got a default loss at the very beginning. I thought they were gonna, like, fold before I thought anything else. So, you know, thank God that didn't happen. And then Lego, of course, has also been surprising a lot of people, I think. I speak to the Lego guys a lot, and Dr. Phil, he's always very confident. But, you know, it is kind of a rebuilding team for Lego, so... You know, they're both kind of teams that I think or a lot of people didn't expect to be good at the beginning of the season, but it turns out they really are.
I always had faith.
Yeah, I don't doubt that you had, for sure. But do you want to go through the lineup for Lowpander while you're here?
Ooh, sure. Let's go into this. So, the lineup for Lowpander for this official will be Funds Mr. Epic on Scout. It will be Ubers on Pocket. It will be Mookie on Roamer / Flex. There will be Hildreth on Demo. And today they're playing with Vanny on Medic, subbing for Crayon, I guess.
Oh, alright. Yeah, Vanny's is a very good player. I haven't seen him play Medic that much, although it has happened. So, you know, do you think they're going to be fine without Crayon? Like, is Crayon... an important piece, or is it somewhat easy to replace?
Well, I think I want to say Vanny played Medic before on a Prem team. I think on Public Clear, my memory is a little bit iffy on what exactly he played, but I think he played Medic. So
I think you're right.
I'm going to assume that he'll probably do decent because I know he's been playing recently, and he's planning on going to I-61, so he's probably going to be keen enough that he's going to not, I guess, choke in this match, I presume.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And, of course, on the other team, where we have Lego. And Lego, this is kind of a rebuild team, I'd say. We have the core, so to speak, of the Dr. Phil, Josh, and Demul. Josh is going to be on Pocket, Demul is going to be on Roma, and then Dr. Phil has moved away from Demo and onto Medic. So, that's a pretty interesting change. And Phil just needs to play Scout for one season, then he's played every single class in Prem. You'll get there eventually, buddy. But until then, you know, just one class short, I guess. Or has he played Soldier in Prem? I guess he has. I don't remember. But on Scout, they have Yippee. He's the Pocket Scout. He plays. He's basically like half cool, like the same kind of playstyle. Just plays very close to the medic, and will just make sure to get all those cleanup flags. He usually has very low DPM, and then he just gets all the cap points and never dies. And then on the more aggressive Scout, we have Potato, who will just be like plug in some things into his brain, and then it just goes full Potato, and he just moves forward. Some people will pass their head, he will just Potato. And that's Lego. And I think the standout player from Lego this season has been Demul on Roamer. He's been like an absolute beast.
Yeah. That's I would probably agree with that. He's definitely been stepping up very well for his team, even though it seemed a little bit iffy at the start of the season when they I think they picked up Yippee, Domo, and Potato. It seemed a little bit iffy because some of them came from the 3-6 lineup that got last place last season, but they seem to be integrating very well into this team, and yeah, it's good team.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing I want to talk about is that these two teams are almost complete opposites to one another in like in the dominant classes that we have. So on Lego, the dominant classes are the two soldiers and the demo man, right? So basically the combo, and in soldiers in particular are the dominant ones that really carry the Lego team. Whereas on Lowpander, it's very much been the scouts that's really been doing all the heavy lifting, and also their pocket to some degree, I suppose you could argue. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see because on Lego you have these very untried scouts, and on Lowpander you have Funds, who's I wouldn't say he's he's not exactly like a veteran scout, but he's been extremely good this season. So how do you think that these teams will stack up, especially like with the scouts from Lego being so relatively green?
Well, I mean, it's definitely, yeah, as you said, Funds and Mr. Epic are very, very good scouts, and that is going to mean that it's going to be asking a lot of from the scouts on Lego to try and step up and not get, just completely dicked on every time they get into a fight. But yeah, the fact that Lego has consistently 2 soldiers is pretty decent, and they're doing really well. Will be, I don't know. I think it'll work out fine, especially seeing as I think Mookie's robot play can be a little iffy at times, or at least he's not one that has like the constant big impact. So I'd say that personally, I mean, I'm gonna just be biased for Lowpander. I honestly think that they're going to win, but.
That's fine. I'm biased for Lego. So
Yeah, that's this is an interesting dynamic we got going on here. But yeah, I don't know. Ubers is definitely a really good pocket though, so they do at least have one pretty strong soldier on Lowpander. But I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a really close match. Definitely these two teams.
Like Domo and Hiltruth, I'd say Domo has the edge. But Hiltruth can definitely hold his own. And then Yippee, I think a lot of players early on was like, oh, Yippee, he's going to be trash, right? But then he's turned out to be a really solid pocket scout. And Potato is also capable of doing some really nutty things. So there's always this possibility that Lego will be able to match up, if not man for man, at least they will be able to blob up really well. The one thing Lego has been doing better than almost any other team is to kind of divide their team by roles, so that they have a very dedicated pocket scout, and his playstyle is just the pocket scout. It's not like he played something else and then he has to change his playstyle. Like he was just picked based on his playstyle to fit a certain role. And then the same thing with Domo, and then they would just kind of fit everyone into the system. So they might have individually lower skill or DM or whatever you want to call it, but as a unit they can be incredibly strong, and no team should ever underestimate Lego, because this whole factor could be very dangerous. And I don't think Lowpander will underestimate them, but it's going to be very interesting to see. The brackets right now, the tables in Prem are very close at the top, discounting 7, who's just crushing everyone. But in the tables, we have... Oh, I had a tab somewhere. Oh, well. Yeah, so Lowpander are number 2. They have 21 points. And then Arctic Foxes also have 21 points. And then Lego have 19. And then Unexpected is down at 15 points, and they're playing 7. So, Unexpected is probably out of it. So, Lego, they can secure their playoff spot. So can Lowpander. Oh, there's actually something on the line here.
Yeah, Lowpander definitely needs to get points this game, because I think their next week official will be against 7. So, I think they still basically have the spot secured, but they're definitely going to get have a real struggle next week to get any extra points that they might need. So, if they potentially get rolled really hard in this match, that's gonna make it really awkward for them next week. So, so they're probably looking to at least try to get a map win. That will probably be enough to give them enough leeway to be, for it to be okay to get 6-0'd potentially by 7 next week. But it'll, yeah, it's definitely very interesting, and potentially, at least for Lego, it's probably more important since they're in the 4th place position more than Lowpander.
Yeah, they've got 2 less points to kind of rely on in this. Well, they do have an easier matchup, but nothing is easy in ETF2L Prem. And Unexpected, they might just shoot up all of a sudden. Sorg's just going to go nuts and kill everything, right?
Oh, that could, yeah.
All right, we're going to be playing, I believe, Snakewater and Granary this week. So, do you have any idea of which one, like how these maps line up with Lowpander's playstyle?
Well, both maps are pretty stalemate heavy, people would say, and when I'm thinking about these maps, Granary kind of stands out because that's the infamous map that Lowpander played 7 on in the playoffs, where they went 1-0 against 7, where they played like passively on second with a sentry there.
Right.
And I don't know if they're going to pull that out for a regular season game against Lego, but I don't know. I think the fact that the maps are relatively stalemated will probably help Lowpander, seeing as they seem to be very good at their holds and their setups are pretty solid. Like, people don't just randomly get behind most of the time. And, I mean, Mookie will sometimes just go heavy on mid, so, you know, that definitely helps a hold. So, yeah. I'd say that that's probably an issue for Lego, but then also you have Granary, which is more solid dependent, and Lego definitely has the better soldiers and also the better demo. So I'd say probably Snake is probably definitely good for Lowpander, and I think Granary is a little bit half good for Lowpander and half good for Lego.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember last season when they, on Granary, Lowpander busted out their not go to mid strat, where they would just set up a sentry in yard and have a soldier with a banner, and just spam that.
That was a really fun cast. That was an experience.
Yeah,
just casting a stalemate for 25 minutes. It was a real challenge, but it was kind of interesting. It might have not been the most interesting thing to watch, but I personally thought, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it. I just hope I don't get to see it again.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you see it once, you're like, all right, this is a cool strat, and then hopefully it's never done again, and just people forget about it.
Yeah, well, they would have if I didn't mention it, I suppose. Oh well, such is life. But I think we're going to be starting out with Snakewater. Snakewater is definitely like the longer map. It favors scouts more than soldiers most of the time. It's a pretty good sniper map. We actually have a pretty interesting sniper duel set up in Demur and versus Mr. Epic. So like Lego, they can run a really good sniper while still having 2 scouts, whereas presumably Lowpander would have to flex one of their scouts off of it. But, you know, Mookie also will sometimes run sniper. But, you know, I would definitely say Mr. Epic is the stronger one of those.
Yeah. I've definitely heard on some of the Mookie streams, he has said, like, I won't allow Mr. Epic to go sniper. Even though he goes sniper like half the time anyway. But Mookie also favors the sniper sometimes. But yeah, Mr. Epic is definitely the more explosive one, because Mookie's the one who just goes like full charge, peeks a corner, and then just tries to get the body shot on the medic.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Epic is the one that actually like can have an effect in an actual team fight.
It's kind of, yeah, Mookie's kind of the Denia type, you know.
Yeah.
His body shot, people get mad.
Well, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah. What do you think we can expect to see off classes on these maps? Granary in particular seems to be pretty bad for off classes, but what about Snakewater? Do you think there's going to be something up his sleeve?
Well, I'm not really sure. I know that I think he's done NG on second before, but putting a sentry on the train, the logs, and I know he's also sometimes played heavy, but I'm not really sure. I think we'll probably maybe see some heavy on stalemate a couple times, probably.
Yeah, it is also worth mentioning that this is, of course, Snakewater, the map where Mookie did his infamous telefrag medic drop. Unfortunately for him, the only medic that could ever fall for that is now on his team, so probably can't do it again.
Well, I mean, if the chaos is there, you know, you might still be able to catch him. It's if you get lucky.
Yeah, indeed. Like Dr. Phil is a medic that has, or is a player that has fallen for a taunt kill before, you know, against Nursey, like that he saw coming. So, you know, maybe don't count him out just yet. He'll mess up somehow, right?
Yeah. Actually, one thing I think we might see is the Frontier Justice NG that he sometimes uses, where he goes and pushes out of last with like two crit shots on Frontier Justice, and then tries to, I don't know, like make a play with that. That might happen, but
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do remember a clip from their high season, Lowpander's high season, where he had an exit above the pack on second, and he teleported in with crits and just jumped down onto the point, and I think he killed the medic or something with crits, which was ridiculous. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I have definitely seen Mookie play a lot more Scout. Not Scout. I'm looking at the spec, but no, I mean Roamer, actual soldier. So,
yeah, he hasn't played a whole lot of off classes this season. Actually, you know, some might say that that's part of their success, part of the reason for the success. But I don't know. Why do you think that they all of a sudden have done so well this season?
Well, I think obviously part of it is that they picked up funds on Scout. I mean, upgrading from Granger Bob to funds, not to, disrespect Granger Bob. I mean, he filled his role decently, but funds is definitely just another star Scout, which definitely helps. And I do think partially Mookie playing Soldier a lot more is helping, because you could definitely say that some of his flex plays last season were just him kind of just trying to force the flex role. And this season, he's definitely been doing it mostly only when it really fit the situation, or like when they actually like have a planned play around it, like with going heavy to mid and stuff, and then going like up catwalk. So I think definitely them seeming to take this season a lot more seriously. And I mean, they're planning to go to LAN, so they definitely keened up a bit in that sense. So that probably helped them out a lot.
Yeah, we're about to go live, so I'll just drop my prediction that Lego's going to win it 3-2 on this map. I think they're just going to be able to just pierce the defenses of Lowpander and go through. But how about you?
I think it's going to be Lowpander 3-1. That's my prediction, yes.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. We have, so far, no heavy to mid. Just going to be a regular old soldier, double soldier mid. Just a cookie cutter loadout, and both demos are about equally fast. Now, so let's see who will engage first. It looks like it's going to be Lego just jumping into two soldiers, and immediately it's actually paying off quite a bit. Philo, however, does go down, so there's no heal from Lego's side, and they're actually down one as well. They have one more combat class, but no, eventually they just get shut down here, so Demul does get healed before he could escape. So Lego, they might turn this one around. Like Demul, he doesn't want to go out here, and there's some counter jumping going on. Demul, can you get it? Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my god.
Actually win it.
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. Both Demul and Josh jumped in onto Catwalk and killed the entire combo, but then Ubers jumped onto Demul and Josh, and because they were like kind of grouped up, he got both of those kills, and Mookie jumped over point as the Lego jump was coming in, so they got a lot of frags, but it seems like they ended up just losing it after, I guess, the major fight ended. It was just the 2v2 sadly lost for Lowpander, but seems like
Lego, they're moving forward here onto this point, and so far they've actually made quite a lot of headway. However, Funds is still alive, and I think Lego, they're going to have to put their tail between their legs right now and just get out. And crucially, Dr. Phil has survived, so like he's going to be way out, and he has a scout with him as well. So they're going to be able to hold mid too. So this is actually a pretty decent situation here for Lego. They pushed in, they got the enemy medic and then got out barely. And now it's just a matter of where will Lego push from. I think a lot of teams would push through Saw in this kind of situation, and that looks to be exactly what Lego's going to do here as well.
Yeah, Lowpander has recognized completely that they're not going to be able to hold this. They have Mookie on the NG already. Ubers is actually trying to sack in onto Dr. Phil, but actually won't get that force. There are actually stickies on that wall that could have potentially caught Dr. Phil, but Ubers won't that though. So they're now moving through lower here. They're going to pop this Uber off, walk straight onto this point, try to get some frags, but they haven't really gotten anyone just yet. But there's some scout on the point. He's getting a lot of time on the point, so now Lowpander is going to have to focus on this point, make sure that no Lego players get on there. But the frags are going the way of Lowpander. That Sentry and Funds are doing great. a great job of just killing everyone. It's now just Dr. Phil. He's leaving out of grass there. He's getting chased by Funds here. He's trying to do what he can, but I don't think, yeah, a scout will be linking up with Dr. Phil. So Lego unsuccessfully pushing to last today.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Lego right there. They didn't deal with the sentry in time, and just eventually having an aimbot with 260 health or something, like depending on how much he heals it. Like, that's just too much to overcome. But Phil did a very good job of just getting out just in time. You know, that's kind of been his thing all season. He just gets out in time. Actually, Potato will get caught out here by Funds. So Potato overextending a little bit here, and that has been Potato's thing all season, I think. So everyone's just playing to their strengths and weaknesses right now, and Dimur has actually gone sniper. I completely missed that. So he ripped someone's head off.
Yeah, Dimur actually has switched back to Roamer now, and Lowpander actually catches the mole here in grass here. He should be dead. He's like 10 HP. Okay, he does get cleaned up eventually. So Lowpander does have a pick, but Lego's already in. They have the Uber. They got Mr. Epic. There is a Mookie flank coming in. They will force that Uber, and they're getting actually a lot of frags just before this Uber pop. Yippee and Domo both go down. Now all the Lowpander players are going down, but Uber has faded. There's still 3 Lowpander players up. Ubers gets Dr. Phil. He's now in a little bit of a fight with Josh here on the point. Josh is going to have to back up. And Lowpander on mid on their way to push into second when they get these spawners.
Yeah, Vanny on the full Uber advantage right now. Dr. Phil hasn't even spawned, so there's not even going to be like any heals from Lego. So at this point, like, they just either leave it for Lowpander to cap, or they just go all in and try to get Vanny to pop or drop here. Looks like they will take the first option of those two. I think that's a wise choice, as Vanny will actually go down underneath here, and we'll see if they will go in from underneath, and they will indeed, and it's going to take in the scout and demo man, and they're going out on the right side, but Lego, they're mostly positioned on the left side, so unless they begin actually putting time on the point here, Lego, they're going to be able to hold this, but here we come. They are actually putting time on this point, and there's stickies on it, but yeah, Domo, the last one alive, and Mookie even gets Dr. Phil the shovel there. So great push there by Lowpander. That's going to make it 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. It's now 5 minutes in, so 1 round, 5 minutes. Next mid is coming in right now. I see some bait off classes, both Mookie and Mr. Epic switching away, but it's going to be another cookie cutter mid. No off classes. Let's see what's going on mid. Both demos have arrived. Hildreth arriving a little bit faster than Domo, but that won't really affect either of them. No sticks really hitting either demo, but the soldiers are jumping in onto the combo here, but unlike last time, they will not get any frags. Instead, the flank will get completely destroyed. Hildreth and Mookie going down. Vanny actually did go down in Saw there, but Lowpander is 3 players to the 2 players of Lego. They did keep Dr. Phil alive though, so they will have ad going into probably this recontest of mid.
It seems very similar to the first mid, doesn't it? Dr. Phil surviving with the scout, and then they get the push mid with an advantage. So that's gonna be very standard, and no sniper either. So it's just gonna be a very standard push coming up from Lego, and they're probably just gonna go through Saw and maybe go up on the balcony to see if they can get as close as possible before actually popping this and getting forced. So here they go. They're just waiting for their demo, and now they will eventually make it out here. And yeah, they're just gonna go through Saw. Very simple, and here comes the soldier jumping in very aggressively. And actually Mookie's on 3 HP behind line, finally goes down. Yippee will clean him up, but Dr. Phil was forced as well, so this is a pretty good play right now. They sacked both soldiers to get the force out, and they will just keep on pushing. They might actually be able to catch some respawners here. No, not quite respawning time, but they're already putting pressure on second.
Yeah, Lowpander is almost going to have Uber. They might want to contest this, but I see Mookie already go NG, and I think they've conceded the second point. They're probably going to be pushing out soon with this 40% advantage that they have, and just leave Mookie on last. So that should be happening sometime soon, or not. No, they're going to play with Mr. Epic on Sniper, so I think they don't know that they have this advantage, or maybe underestimate how much advantage they have, because they're sitting on last here, and I think we're going to be entering our first little mini stalemate here. Actually, no. Yeah, Lego is actually moving in here through drop down. Going to be going for the exchange here. They focus down Mookie's sentry and then try to get out, but they've wasted so much time there, and yeah, Potato and Dr. Phil both will get caught. There's a soldier here in lower trying to get onto Vanny. That's Josh. He will go down as well. There's just 3 pairs left. I do see a soldier, that is the Mole, trying to go for the back cap here. Is there anyone here to block it? Yes, there will be. It's Mookie. He will win that fight versus the Mole. So Lowpander successfully pushed into second.
Yeah, Lego just choosing to push there. It's very unorthodox compared to other teams in Scrim. Like most teams will try to like send in sacks, switch off to sniper, that kind of stuff. But Lego, they just pushed in, and it didn't work that one time for sure. So I don't know if they're doing this to kind of try to throw off Lowpander, or if it's just part of their strategy where they just go like, oh well, we're gonna end up pushing anyway, so might as well just do it now. As Ubers are actually on a banner. I think he had it all the way from last. So Demo will once again pick off a scout. They're going in there. It's actually going to be an Uber. The Demo, oh my god, hits Hilda with a nice shot there. Just tracked him throughout the air and then picked him off once he landed. So Lego, they're slowly winning this fight, and Mookie going down as well. It's just Dr. Phil trying to run around here and not die, and he will succeed in that. And Demo's about ready to get some really nice sideline. Oh, he misses his shot there, but they're definitely pushing onto mid here. And the scout might even get caught out. No, he will do some nice little strafing and some juking and jiving, and he will get out. But a great push there by Lego, kind of carried by Dumo sniping.
Oh, I see the horn being popped though by Ubers here. Seems like Lowpander maybe want to actually try holding second here. It's gonna wait for actually releasing the charge though. The horn is now up for Lowpander. They're trying to get onto Dr. Phil. He actually will drop to the bomb from Mookie and Mr. Epic's coordinated aggression. The Mole also goes down and Domo as well. So the combo is completely down. Yippie's dead to Fund. It's just Potato and Josh. Josh is on second. Maybe try to get something done together with Potato. Try to get onto the combo maybe. They're on second, delaying a decent amount, but they will eventually go down. So Lowpander somehow pull that off, and now they're on mid, capping this point up.
Yeah, that was a really crucial drop there. It just completely collapsed for Lego. Like the horn was also really obviously good, but you know, if there had been an Uber, it wouldn't have been nearly the same. So yeah, you can basically pin that one on Dr. Phil dropping. I didn't quite see how it happened, but no, it was obviously a rocket. I don't know if there was some other spam, but yeah, Lowpander, they're gonna push in onto second here. It looks like Lego, they will just not really contest. They have a single soldier a little far forward. No, he's gonna go out. So Lego, they'll just be holding last, and we have Demo just continues to play sniper. And they're trying to set up a sentry gun, but it's gonna be difficult to get it in time. But Dr. Phil actually almost has his own Uber, and he will get it just in time. Now everyone's gonna need to get out here from Lowpander.
But Vanny's completely caught on the right side there. He's gonna go down. Mr. Epic goes down as well. So 2 people kind of caught out there post Uber. So Lowpander's gonna... It's going to be a little complicated for them to potentially hold this. I think they're just setting up some soldiers in hiding positions to potentially sack. Mookie and Lower is in a little bit of a fight of his own. The Domo just straight on point. He will go and get Hilders' walk in. Mookie will trade with the Mole, and Domo will go down to Fun. So Lowpander is getting some frags right now, but Ubers goes down, and I think this is... Well, actually, Fanny is here, but yeah, they've conceded this point. They're going to go on to mid, try to minimize the disadvantage that they are on, and wait for their spawners.
Yeah, just playing it very safe here, and you know, I think they're right to do so. And they're even actually busting out the Mookie sniper. So I think they're just going to play very far back, and then just have Mookie try to get a couple free shots, hopefully take down a Lego player, and then they'll get it. Yeah, Lego, they're actually stacking the point quite a bit before pushing, and I don't think they actually get it in time for this push. We will see, but you know, they're still walking into a sniper sideline, like no matter where they go from. This is going to be very interesting. Mookie misses the first one, and actually the soldier will block him out very well there. Both Josh and Tim will jump in, but they do go down for it. So eventually, I think Dr. Phil's going to have to pop this to save his team, and there we go. He has popped it, and now they go out. So that's kind of the big thing with Snakewater, right? It's super difficult to actually push second without getting abused by good. They're going back in, I think.
It seems so. They have popped the Uber here on second, Lowpander. They're trying to get onto the players from Lego, but Lego has just immediately left after getting Vanny to pop his Uber. So now Lowpander has pop their Uber and not really managed to do anything off of it. They're just on second, back on second. They now have a 30% disadvantage again. You're gonna go and build. Curious where this Mookie sniper is. He is above the pack on second. He's peeking into lower. A little bit of a more aggressive spot. Could potentially catch Demul out here. Demul will peek, but he will somehow dodge that shot from Mookie. I guess Mookie just
Josh is jumping in very aggressively right now. I thought he was originally just going to spam it out, but he doesn't have a ban or anything, so I think he's just opening it up for his team, and looks like he will kind of succeed. Like Lego, they get 2 kills and they lose 1, so Josh kind of giving him his life for that point. That's actually a really good play, and they even get Mr. Epic here, and Lego, they'll just keep on rolling right now. This is an extremely good opportunity for them to make it 1-1, but they have to take everyone down first, and here we go. Both Ubers have been popped. Lego's Uber was slightly better. At least it was later, but they have also been flashing quite a bit. So let's see, Domo's on the point. He gets 1 player down with his stickies, but they're still just barreling onto the point, but I think they've messed it up. That's unfortunate. Domo's standing on the point, I think, lost on that one.
Yeah, it also seemed like they just didn't get like the point fast enough, because the spawners were like, it was really tight with the spawners coming in from Lowpander, so they pushed in when they had 4 players up, and then 2 spawners came in as the push came in. So since they didn't cap it up in like really quickly, they just kind of got collapsed on in the end, and it has unfortunately been a beefed push, but the Mole gets Mookie there, so it is a little bit of an entry pick here for Lego into this mid defense here. Lowpander pushing it, yeah.
Yeah, this gives Lego a really good opportunity to send in like a suicider or like to properly contest it. Domo, however, does go down. That's a pretty big hit to Lego's chances, but it looks like Lego hasn't quite given up yet. They're at least getting the Mule in here. That's actually going to force off the pop here, and as long as Dr. Phil makes it out alive, Lego, they're in good shape, and Dr. Phil is easily out alive, and Lego, it's going to be an easy mid cap here. Actually, almost see Vanny die, but they will eventually make it out. I think Mr. Epic will not get the spawn, but actually if we see a contest coming out here, Lego, they will get the cap. So they get that much, but it looks like Lego is actually losing the fight here. So an extremely long back and forth going on now.
Yeah, Ubers just jumped in and got the frag on Josh and Dr. Phil as they were trying to retreat into Saw. So those are 2 very important frags for Lowpander if they want to try and push into Lego's second here. You do have the Mole on sniper trying to get some pot shots from lower, but he will not really get the frags that he is looking for. And I think Lowpander should be moving in soon. They have 50% advantage, and they seem to be eyeing up this this little grass area to push into.
Yeah, the Mole is currently sniping into Saw. And that's kind of bad when the enemy team is moving him through grass. So the Mole actually not in the best position. He will actually drop down into the arms of the soldier. Will take him down easily. That's very unfortunate there for Lego. So they're going to have to give up second completely for free. They didn't use the Uber, they didn't use a real proper man advantage or anything. So they're now back to defending last. There's actually a scout playing very aggressively onto it. They're actually going to get popped, and both Ubers will be exchanged here, and Mr. Epic will not make it out alive. Maybe he's planning to go sniper. But Josh almost dying as well. He will get an arrow, and now he's fine. And that's going to be a pause.
Let's see. Let's see what's currently going on. I see 4 Lego players on the right side of mid, probably wanting to at least try to edge their way into lobby. And I see some Lowpander players in mid-air. I always find this really funny in pauses, seeing like the legs just kind of spazzing out as they're, I guess, stuck in mid-air. But
yeah,
I think Lego is probably going to be pushing into lobby soon. There's a lot of stickies here from Hildreth, though, but I should be able to at least get lobby here. Doesn't seem to be a real presence of Lowpander in lobby right now, so...
It's actually a pretty beautiful defensive position right now for Lowpander. I like this positioning. Like, they're just perfectly... Like, this is just good positioning. You know, I don't know why it seems so picture perfect to me. But, of course, Mr. Epic just went down, so he's probably going to respawn as sniper. I don't know if that was the plan or not, but You know, he definitely overextended and stayed in too long and easily died. So Lego, they might move forward. We've seen them be very aggressive earlier on, and you know, if you can use this opportunity right now to get out of last, that's a very cheaply a way to get away with it. You know, like normally it's not easy to push out a snake last.
Yeah, but it's currently 1-0. And I distinctly remember there was a 3-2 for Lego prediction that somebody on the stream mentioned. Are you still feeling confident in that prediction, or maybe is there some doubt?
I think the score was actually too optimistic, but I still think Lego will end up taking it. Whether or not it's going to be in Golden Cap or not, I don't know.
I see.
Yeah, I'll be a little bit stubborn here.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's 1-0, and I mean, the two mids that we have seen, Lego, well, I mean, the first mid they won, and the second mid they just barely lost, so, I mean, Lego definitely has not been out of this match at any point, but they just, have been kind of having issues, I guess, converting the advantages sometimes, but, yeah, that's fine, that's fair.
Yeah. It's so far there's definitely not like you can't say which team was the better one yet. Alright, like we haven't played enough TF2 to actually decide that, but we are back in the game. Update the HUD. There we go. Lego, they will indeed push, and it's going to be very aggressive. Luki going down as he move bombing. Oh my god, Josh, the double air shot. See you later, Ubers. And Lego, they will cap it off of that. What a huge shot there from Josh. Absolutely insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, Lego's even is even moving into mid here. The spawners for Lowpander are not up yet, so there's no chance that they can try and contest at this point as well. They will probably get Uber to contest second here. They might not even Lego might elect to not even push into second. So that's, I think it seems like that's what they're planning on doing. It's even Ubers. So you know, Lego is on their way to potentially tying this up.
Yeah, like first step is to push, obviously, and I kind of like Lowpander as well. Like Lego, they have shown such keenness to actually push, but Demul actually sneaks underneath and gets onto the medic, but is barely unable to actually force Vanny out there. So good job by Vanny dodging that, but also a very sneaky play there by Demul. Doesn't quite work out this time, but you know, now he gets to move back, and I think that was the plan of Lego, to just move forward as a team, and then they just kind of left Demul hanging there, and they got a free opportunity out of it. And Demul will actually, I don't know if he's actually spy or if he's just checking in spawn. It looks like he was just checking in spawn. Oh, my dreams have been dashed.
Lame. Actually, no, you're wrong. He is in fact in cheese. He's moving his way through Saw right now. He is on the cloak and dagger, so no regular spy watch, quick get in, get out scenarios. But Lego is actually pushing into second, but oh, Mookie's on Dr. Phil and gets the drop. Dr. Phil a little bit too occupied with trying to heal his players, and he will drop that Uber. So now Lowpander should be moving in soon. Well, actually, they've already. Ooh, this back cap.
Double back cap from Lego. A scout and a soldier. There's going to be 3 players coming back. And the demo man jumps in very aggressively. He goes down pretty fast. So Potato, he's on 10 HP, so he'll eventually go down. But they completely stopped everything moving right there from Lowpander. Like, they're in no good position to cap mid now. So that was actually a really good back cap. However, Demul going down here at the tail end of that might open up some new opportunities. But Lowpander, they have kind of shown themselves to be unwilling to push on these small advantages.
Yeah, but this is a pretty big advantage. I mean, it's full Uber. They're moving in. They got their spawners now. Ubers and Mookie are going to go and establish that high ground positional advantage there, and Lego is going to just respect the Uber advantage that Lowpander has. They're going to get out. No soldiers in fancy schmancy hiding positions. So Lowpander successfully get into mid with that Uber advantage. They might also be pushing into second here since they still have about 40% advantage. They're healing everyone up. They're taking a little while here though, and they are just gonna not push. Maybe they're moving into Saw here, but I feel like this might just be like.
Oh, Buki jumps
like I'm
in.
getting tricked.
He actually struggles to find it. Suicide on. He finally gets spotted and taken down. That was really unfortunate. It was just like, I'm in on flank, and then everyone from Lego just left that flank, and then they just killed him. What a tragic display.
Well, he attempted. Now Lego's moving into Saw. They have a bunch of players in here. Maybe they're going to push in. Josh will be leading straight in. He's going to try and do anything. He's not going to do anything. He's going to go down. Dome actually gets caught as well, trying to support Josh. So that's 2 picks for Lowpander. Moving through lower here with this player advantage that they now got. They're going to go through grass. No one really hiding, so they can just, you know, walk in on the point. Now the Uber has been popped by Dr. Phil. The Uber will be following from Vanny soon. He's not really getting pressured, though. I think that was a scout trying to get some damage on him, but not really. So Vanny has not popped his Uber yet. No Lowpander players are down. And now Lego's on last in a very awkward position here.
Yeah, so far the Uber exchanges have been really bad for Lego this game. And here we go, it's going to be an Uber advantage coming out for Lowpander as a result of that. And right now there's no stickies on the point, they're just putting so much time on it, but Lego, they make it back just in time. However, everyone's just standing on the point now for Lego, and that's just going to be a meat grinder. Everyone just exploding to giblets. And that's going to be 2-0 for Lowpander. Really well played by Lowpander, but also a bit careless Ubering there in the positioning coming out from Lego.
Yeah, and I mean that they didn't get the force onto Vanny on second just sealed the deal. I mean, you Uber and try to walk straight onto the combo, and all you do is shoot the person that's being healed and not actually the medic. And it seemed like Vanny was perfectly willing of dropping whoever he was healing.
Yeah, at that to mid.
Oh man, they're doing the up to catwalk mid here. Mookie on that Tomislav heavy is going to be approaching the point right now. He's trying to put some damage out. No real kills just yet, but Funt is going to find Demol in kitchen there. So now the aggression is coming in. Uber's going to be first one in, getting a lot of damage onto Josh and Potato there. Potato will go down, and the rest of Lego's trying to get out. Josh going to get caught in. So Lego has lost, I guess this is the first mid they really lose more decisively. Actually, they're getting pushed on onto second, and Dr. Phil's going to be forced to pop his Uber here from an aggressive jump from Uber's there. Now Lowpander is in a very strong position here, pushing straight into second and probably into last year with this heavy play.
Yeah, Heavy's still alive. He's just putting along right now, doing his best. He's just going to be underneath, but he's going to be running into a counter heavy of his own. But here comes the Uber. There's going to be no Uber to contest it, and Lego, they just kind of ducked into spawn, and there's a few people on the left as well. But Lego, they're losing players slowly and steadily. And now here comes this overhealed heavy. It's going to be so difficult for Lego to actually deal with, and there we go. It's just, they just can't deal with it. Yeah.
The 3K on last. I was actually, yeah, I was a little concerned there for a moment. They did not have any cap point or time on the point. It was just Vandy, Mr. Epic, and Mookie was just in lower there, slowly walking his way onto the point, but it never really got properly focused, so he just got free reign and got those 3 kills and sealed that last push for Lowpander.
Indeed. Never underestimate 350 HP just waddling in and killing everything when it has nothing loaded. It takes forever to do this, and they will jump in both shoulders once again. A very aggressive play by Demol. He tries to get down the medic, but doesn't quite get him, so this might backfire really heavily on Lego. The worst thing you can ever do on a mid is to like hurt the medic but not kill him, and that's exactly what Lego did, and they're going to have to run out. And Dr. Phil is actually still in. He might have been baiting them quite a bit, but he might have just ended up baiting himself, as he will eventually take a face full of lead and die.
It's a good attempt to try and get that Uber song, potentially pop the Uber, but it's unsuccessful. Now Lego's holding second a little bit. They do have 5 players, but Lowpander has 6, and they also have the Mookie Spy. No, he's just checking off classes actually. At least he seems to be. So the push coming in from Lowpander onto second here. We're just gonna be capping that up. Nobody really contesting from Lego, and I think they're going to be moving through lower, it seems, with this Uber. Now they're just going to be moving into lobby through lower. Alright. So they're going to yeah, they seem to be planning their push. They're just taking it slow, you know. You don't have to rush anything. I mean, they have 5 minutes. They're 3 points up. No reason to potentially rush a push and then drop and then lose all your players and get rolled. So actually, they're just going to be sitting on second here. They maybe have heard what I said. They're just like, you know, just not push.
I think they realized just as you said it. Like, it was almost like they were following your calls.
Pushing is a mistake.
Yes. Why would you ever do that when you're up 3-0 with 5 minutes remaining? Like, come on. Come on, man. No, so, yeah, they're just going to sit out here, like, run a few minutes off the clock. They're really content with doing nothing here. The status quo favors them. So now they're forcing Lego to come out here. We actually see Demo pushing out very aggressively on Sniper. He actually gets a little bit of a sideline on the medic there, but Joss will go down. And that's going to be another, like, 15 to 20 seconds that Lego just cannot push. So it's hope dying right now. The clock just ticks down. Like they basically have to push right now if they want to have a chance. But what?
Oh, what is this?
Why did Funds go in?
I don't know. I mean, he saw him right there, but he got the kill. And Potato says, "Nice play, idiot." And Funds clarifies that he was sacking there. So that was the tactical play he was making. But Demol has gone spy. Grown impatient. He's gonna go and make the play himself a little bit more aggressively, except he sees all the players from Lowpander in there, and he is gonna go straight back into spawn. And Lego seems to be burning time off of the clock that they need. They need all the time in the world, but they're taking really long to potentially push out. They need to just, I don't know, do an Uber trade or something, or else they're just gonna lose because they don't have enough time.
Yeah, they might have just resigned themselves to their fate. Or maybe they forgot, like, literally every one of them to press tab. I doubt it. But yeah, Lego, they're just doing nothing right now. And Fun's even taking down the Potato there. And Josh in the skybox. So Josh just suicided like a bunch of times, killing the hope of anyone who has them on their fantasy team. And Lowpander, they will actually move in here. I think they're feeling confident that they can win regardless of what they do now. So we might as well push and have some fun, you know, instead of just sitting out there. So far, Funds is getting so much space, but there we go, finally gets the medic. But the push itself seems to be kind of grinding to a halt right now. Lego, they have to be
Hildreth. 2 players, Vanny and Hildreth, they might be doing this. It's 1 player to Josh, and Vanny will get that kill, so the Hilldog and Vanny will 2v3 Lego there. And they will cap it up. It would be 4-0 for Lowpander going into another mid. 2 minutes left. Can Lowpander potentially get this into a 5-0? We'll see.
Yeah, that would be a nice way to rub it in. Like, to really say, we are number 2 in this league.
But what a statement. We are number 2.
Yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate thing with the European scene right now. It's just all, like, but 7. You know.
Oh, we will see in week 7. It'll all change next week. Oh, Mookie gets the stab onto Domo in this mid here. He's fighting Dr. Phil, and he's gonna go and get the butter knife kill onto Dr. Phil. But the rest of his team seem to have had some difficulties this mid, so Lego will win this mid. So it seems like it's not gonna be a 5-0. Lego is gonna try to use the last 1 minute that is on this clock to maybe get a point on the board. Demol is on second, trying to fight a scout here. He will go down, but I see Dr. Phil switching to crits. So this is, I mean, they're definitely gonna try and get another point here.
Yeah, you gotta go crits, right? Like Josh skill sticks Hildred, and that's gonna be like good memories, I suppose. Lowpander, they're all pushing onto mid here, and we have the pyro plays coming out from Mookie. You know, that makes sense when you think about it. He gets demolished by a scout. Yeah, no crispy little scout bacon today. It's Lego, they're pushing onto second here. Like, I think they're looking for air shots right now. Demo will jump into cheese, and Lowpander, boring as they are, will just move back to last in a sensible move.
Well, Lego's going to be less boring. They're pushing in straight through this right side here. The crits is up. Domo is going to put some stickies all over the place. Mookie goes down. There's a bunch of other crit sticks, and Lowpander is just going to not contest the point. They will pop the Uber and then immediately concede the point. and the match will end in 4-1 for Lowpander. That was a match.
Yeah, it seemed to like it was really close early on, but then Lego just failed to convert a lot of their pushes, and then slowly, or then at the very end, they just kind of snowballed out of control as Lego had to push off of basically massive disadvantages because of the time limit crunching down on them. So yeah, very unfortunate for Lego there. I really feel like they were one good last push away from like actually being completely in the game, but as it turns out, they were actually closer to losing it 5-0 than they were to winning it. But not as big as of a loss as they might have seen, I think.
Yeah, so now we're going to be at some point moving into the second map, Granary. It seems like there's a little bit of a disagreement on servers right now for some reason. It seems like everyone's having okay ping. So actually that's not true. Actually Mr. Epic's having some ping issues on this server, so they want to move back to the original server that they were starting on, which is the cause of us taking a little bit long to start this cast due to server changes. But so the next map, Granary. So what do you think? Do you think Lego has a better chance on this map? Do you still believe, or?
Yeah, I think Snake is one of Lego's worst maps because of how long it is, and like it doesn't favor quick pushes and very like very tight aggression, so to speak. Like if you have a very tiny advantage, it's a lot easier to make use of that advantage if there's a shorter distance that you have to cover. And there's a lot of distance to cover in Snake Water, almost no matter where you want to push, especially through second and mid. So I think Granary is going to fit Lego a lot better, even though it is still a pretty stalematy map. It's still also a much more close map, like if that makes sense, right? Like, like running through second point, like that's very choky, but like at least the enemy is pretty close to you. So if you have like a 10% Uber advantage, you can actually use that. Whereas like in Snake Water, you'd actually have to run really far. So I think Granary is going to be better for Lego. And yeah, let's actually look at some logs. Why don't we?
Ooh, the logs.
We actually have a split top damage. I don't remember the last time I saw this. Oh wait, no. One of them does have 5 damage overall more.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be
close enough.
Yeah. Domo and Ubers both have 240 DPM. However, Domo has 5 damage more than Ubers, so he's the superior player, obviously. But otherwise, players that really stand out to me is Funds. He went 29 for 15. That's really, really strong. Obviously, almost a 2 KD. And he was just putting in so much work. He was actually pretty, like, quote-unquote, boring, right? Like, he didn't do, like, very crazy plays, but he just put in a ton of damage and a ton of work and got a lot of kills. What's something that stands out to you here?
Let's see. I'm looking around. I see that Mookie and Demol actually did relatively even this map, which I feel like I don't really recognize that from watching the match itself, because I feel like Mookie didn't really have much of an impact that game. I feel like his role was mostly just being an NG and forcing Dr. Phil a couple times. And I feel like on the other side, Demol had like a pretty decent impact on some of the pushes with like his sniper plays or just general roamer play as well. So I don't know, but just trying to look around. Obviously, Ubers and Funds pounded, surprising nobody. So I don't know. There's not looking at at least at the the individual stats.
Yeah, I think the thing that jumps out to me is like part of what I said before with Funds and Mr. Epic having a pretty good game. Mr. Epic was pretty run of the mill, not all that impressive, but Yippee going 11 for 9. That's not all that good. And Potato 21 for 19. That's better. But Yippee also, he had 129 DPM. So that's a very passive scout for you. And then Dr. Phil died 13 times to Vanny's 5. So think that's a big difference. Dr. Bill is usually very good at staying alive, and in this game he had a pretty bad one. He dropped twice. That definitely contributed to it. So, you know, he's gonna be having to step up here, and his team's gonna need to protect him better too. And he's gonna, you know, just make sure his team doesn't lose fights, and you can actually get out alive. It's not always your fault that you die as a medic, but you can definitely still do your best. You know.
Definitely.
Who got the most heals? Yeah, that was Uber's on. Actually, Hilter's got quite a lot of heals as well, and then Mr. Epic also. So pretty standard heals coming out here, and then Domo topping the heals charts, and then Yippee after him. So Yippee, kind of interesting to see him get that many heals and do relatively nothing with it, like that little damage. I think Yippee needs to be more active if he gets that many heals, and then after that comes Josh on 19% to Yippie's 28%. Like that's a huge difference. And yeah, like he definitely needs to do more if he gets that many heals. It's kind of fine to sit back and get a lot of heals, and then you just incidentally get it. And he was just building Uber a bunch of times, but still, that's a lot of heals to soak up. So you definitely need to do a little bit more damage than that.
Potato got like no heals that game. He got 9% heals. That's very low. But I don't know, it actually doesn't really. It's not too special, I guess. Just trying to look at stuff that's potentially interesting. It's not too. I mean, the thing that I guess does stand a little bit is if you just look at the round times. You have the mid that Lego won. The first one, which was 5 minutes, and then went to Lowpander, and then there's the 18-minute one, and then there's just 3 really quick or relatively quick rounds, one of 1.5, 1-4, and another 1.5, which I guess goes back into what you said before about the game being relatively even.
Yeah.
How it was even for like the first 20 minutes, and then just some very unfortunate events.
Yeah,
caused it to just be such a roll at the end. So I don't know. I think it's very fair when you said that Lego will probably do a lot better, or definitely has another shot in the second map here.
Yeah, indeed. Currently, they're switching servers. So, we actually got a new connect. I missed that one. Oopsie doopsie. But yeah, I'll paste that in my browser. That'll probably help. But, yeah, I don't think there's too much to take away from these logs other than what we've already done. Oh well, yeah. Well, what are your predictions coming out here for this next map? How do you think it's going to play out differently than the first one?
I think that this map will probably be more stalematy than the first. So I'm thinking that this map will probably go like 2-1 to Lowpander or something, just because I feel like this map is going to be a lot more stalematy. But it kind of it depends on how clean these mids are going to be. And before on Snake, a lot of the mids kind of ended with like 3 players alive on both teams. And I feel like on Granary, it's a way bigger chance that there's going to be like a big wash. So I guess it depends on how messy these mids are going to be, but I think it's going to be a relatively slow game, especially seeing as Lego also is having some problems pushing into last, and pushing Granary last is also relatively difficult. So yeah, 2-1, I think, for Lowpander.
Right. I'll be optimistic once again and say that there's going to be a bunch of really crazy mids where people just die.
Crazy.
Yeah, like that's kind of the thing with this map. Like it's very stalemate, but this mid is just so volatile that we'll see a bunch of where teams will just wipe on mid and then lose on last, and that's going to be like a super fast round. So I'm going to go like 4-2 or 4-3 to Lego. So I think it's going to be way faster this time around. Let's see, Mookie, he has the shovel equipped. Just a quick FYI, so maybe we'll see that in action, maybe we won't. But so far it looks like Domo is quite a bit faster than Hildreth to this mid, although they are going different directions. Hildreth will be playing from up top, and actually hits the first nice sticky onto Domo, and he gets the sticky there as well. So let's see, Mookie makes no use of the shovel, he will just go down very quickly, but so will Domo. Actually, Dr. Phil is currently not really healing anyone. Hits a nice arrow, but yo, yeah, Lego, they will eventually take this mid. But Vanny makes it out alive with both scouts.
Yeah, I did not see that mid because I realized that I was connected to the wrong STV, but I'm here now. I'm here. I see things are happening. I see Lowpanders on their last currently. They're seemingly giving up the second point. At least it seems like it. Yeah, this is Lego capping up second. They are now in control of this entire building, and now they're going to have the very fun experience of sitting on second and thinking, do we want to push and to potentially get owned, or we push in and or go get sacks in, which they are doing. Josh and the Bull jumping in, both relatively unsuccessful. Well, relatively pretty unsuccessful. Lowpander's now going to be moving into second here, try to cap this up. There's a demo here, Domo with his medic, who is going to go and force the Lowpander Uber. So Ubers have been traded, but Lowpander is the team that is inside, so they should be able to potentially cap second, but actually Lego is going to be moving back in onto second, and we are back where we were once before, back second and last.
Oh, Josh will actually just go in. It's like he's not wasting his time today. He's just going to keep on suiciding. He actually gets the demo down. And look at that. That's just turning into a push from Lego. But Potato gets absolutely meat shot right there. And that was a very weird push coming up from Lego. I don't quite understand that one. I think I skipped the strategy meeting or something. Because that just looked like a suicide to me, but they kind of turned into a push. However, Dr. Phil did make it out alive. So, you know, little victories. But yeah, this could very well turn into a very good situation for Lowpander as they get ready to move into mid, or at least into yard.
It might have been one of those sack plays where you didn't actually properly communicate that you were sacking, so you basically bait your team into last. That might have been what happened, but currently Lego is trying to move their way into right yard here. Mookie on the spy play is going to go for that long con while this fight's going on. Potato and Funds both will go down, so scouts have been traded. Lego has retreated back into middle. The Mole actually gets caught in lunchbox by Mr. Epic. That's two players down for Lego. Mookie is in position to try and get onto Dr. Phil here. He's right behind him. He wants it, but he's uncloaked. It immediately gets spotted by Domo and Yippee there. So that spy play will not be working out. Lego now with a player advantage, moving into right yard once again. This time they seem to be relatively successful. Josh is very weak, and he is actually going to go down. And the horn, the battalion's backup, has been popped by Ubers. The Uber has been popped by Dr. Phil and Vanny now. Yippee goes down, so two players down for Lego. Lowpander's going to try and catch someone from this Uber here. That is Domo. He's going to go down. Dr. Phil actually will also get caught, so everyone from Lego just going down. Potato's dead. It's now just the Mule and Josh. They're trying to make their way onto the medic. The Mule goes down. He will get Hildreth, but Lowpander is now capping mid, out of that little stalemate, going into probably like a second as well.
What a complete disaster by Lego. That push just didn't work at all. Like they dropped two players from the Uber before. Like they even got, like they did that, and then there was just a banner against them, so it was just uphill for sure. Domo might just get a nice kill here. Oh my god, somehow Ubers doesn't die. He loses 20 HP coming into play there. Josh going down as well. And Potato does hit a nice headshot here, but another small victory. Oh my god, he hits another headshot. So Potato is turning it off here with his sniper rifle, but here comes the Uber push, and there's going to be nothing from Lego in terms of Uber. So they're going to have to stand on the point against these invulnerable players. This is very uncomfortable, and there we go. Once he gets two nice kills, but now the Lego spawners come back in here. Josh actually going down to Vanny, so Vanny contributing to his team damage output. It's so sketchy right now for Lego, but they have barely held it, but they're actually quite a lot of people down, so I think Domo needs to be very careful not to go too far forward. But clutch hold from Lego, but at the same time they did lose their medic, so it's going to be an Uber disadvantage once again.
They saved the push only to be back where they were before once again in a really uncomfortable position, holding last again with Uber disadvantage. So they're trying to build it up a little bit. Yippee is trying to get this sentry up in time, but I think he won't really... Oh, no, actually, he has it in time. It's fine. It's right there on the right side on level 2. Lowpander's now moving in on the left side with their Uber. They have popped it. They're going to try and get frags. The Hildreth's jump will get completely denied by that sentry, but they will eventually get that sentry. They're just playing the point, and Lego is nowhere near that point. They won't be able to block it, and Lowpander, just like that, will be going up 1-0.
Really good push there, just making sure that they use their Uber advantage properly, focus down players very well, and then putting time on the point. Just running 2 scouts onto the point is very good. This is kind of one of the reasons why this is a better Granary than like the standard one, just because the point isn't so far back, so you can actually run scouts onto it pretty fast, and they took full advantage of that. So good job there by Lowpander. So let's see what happens on this mid as DeVoe's about to jump in here. No, he's just going to shoot up and take a lot of damage. Interesting decision here. Here comes Uber's actually catches out a soldier. Will get Josh right here, and this is actually looking a complete disaster. Mookie even getting a kill there on the Pooties. So just running out heavy to mid on Granary. I never thought I'd actually see that.
Yeah, that's...
Oh my god, man, he went down to Domo.
What?
Oh my god, that's so clutch.
Now that's a cringe.
Oh, that wasn't even a roller, that was a direct. Never mind. That was a great fight by Domo to take down the medic right there.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. That mid went very well, even though, yeah, I'd say that running heavy to mid on Granary is very iffy, but it worked. But then, yeah, Domo getting Vanny has put Lowpander on the back foot here. Lego's probably going to be pushing in soon. They have about 50% advantage. They should be able to move in, though I guess they're a little too scared. They're probably just going to be building up their Uber and then push out. We have Mookie by the fort spawn there, hiding, waiting for Lego to push out through the shutter there. Lowpander, sorry for that burp. Lowpander holding a little bit passively. The Uber has been popped. There you have Mookie. He is doing absolutely nothing. They popped their Uber regardless of Mookie's presence there. So Lego has popped their Uber. They've made it out of second, but now they're moving into mid, and this could potentially not work out. The mole just actually sacks in, and yeah, exactly. Lego will be just on yard, and now they have this ad, and this is an interesting situation here, Peter.
Yeah, it's going to be very uncomfortable. This second point is very good for like sticking off and spamming out. Like you can't really move across it properly if you don't use your Uber, but at the same time there's this big door that goes to second, so you can catch out people, and it looks like they will actually manage to get second without popping. So once again, they can go into the last hit with his Uber advantage. Dr. Phil is very close to having Uber, though. He will get it just in time. He's just going to pop it instantly here, losing basically no one. Potato with an 8 has gone down, but Vanny will not make it out alive. That's a healer. Here comes the heavy. He gets piped. He will go down. So a great hold here by Lego. Dr. Phil barely managing to get his Uber. That's really clutch. Domo, I think he spotted those stickies above him. Yippee will actually go down, and nice jump in there by Domo to take him down. But DeVoe has gone down as well. This is looking really dangerous for Lego right now. Like if anyone makes it behind them, they're just completely boned. But they do make it out there. And Josh, he had a banner this entire time, so like that has to be pretty well built.
I am charged. I am fully charged.
Well, now Lowpander is on mid. Lego's pushing in with their 35% Uber advantage. There is a sack coming in. That will be Mookie trying to get some rockets onto yeah, that he got no real chance. He got a rocket onto Dr. Phil, and that's all he really could do. There's nothing you can really do when you get just destroyed like that. The horn has been popped by, actually that's not Uber, that's actually Josh there on the battalion's backup, pushing into right yard here and pushing into second off of this little charge here. They don't want to pop their Uber. They should be able to edge this point and actually just push straight over it. They will be able to cap that second point, and now Lowpander is on last. They're going to be forced to hold this as Lego's moving into left actually here. And going to be popping that Uber
they
off.
might get the medic has to pop. There we go. And Josh is going to come in there from behind Mookie and just take him down. Great play there. Domo, however, will go down. He didn't escape. Uber's hitting him with a nice Fizzler rocket, let's just call it that. So now he's going to go in very aggressively here, Josh. And it's pretty funny actually. Josh and Uber are just building each other's banners right now by spamming each other. Demul has gone down, however, and Dr. Phil, I think he's going to be feeling nervous right now, and yeah, they're going to be retreating right now. So Lego, they will be moving back to mid here, and maybe if Lowpander are feeling frisky, they'll push it, but I don't think they actually will.
Ooh, I see Mookie going back to last. He is going to be off-classing onto Spy here. This is going to be Lowpander's method to try and break this stalemate. I think, if I remember correctly, Mookie's spy play did not... Did he? No, it did not work out last time in the same situation. And actually, it won't work out at all because the Uber has already been popped by Lego. They're pushing into left yard here. Yeah, the banner has been popped.
Yeah, they need to focus Josh, they do. So no banner anymore from Lego. And it looks like they have actually overcome it. Demul even going in here, but he dies as well. It's a really great focus fire coming out here from Lowpander. It was great timing on the banner too from Josh, but you know, you can't protect everyone if you yourself are dead.
That's some good insight. You know, you can't do anything when you're dead.
That's right. That's right, kid. You can't do anything if you're dead.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, Potatoes in forward spawn and sniper. That's pretty standard. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen this happen, but Lowpander, they're going to go in through the left side. Completely standard once again. They actually... Oh, Funds actually goes down, so they fall for the standard sniper in forward spawn. They're actually going to move out. Boomers has actually popped his banner. Oh my god. They just took the fight and they will take down Demul. So, I don't know, I feel like Demul felt like he got bannered on there. And here comes the Uber too. They're just really trying to catch out Lego. And, yeah, I guess they actually did. They're definitely going to get second here. Lego, they did, however, retreat with that medic. So, was that all worth it? I think so, but, you know, maybe once the counter push comes up for Lego, we'll have a different tune. There we go. Counter push has come in, but Lego, they have failed it. And
no!
On 93. Oh no!
Could have just waited.
Yeah.
A couple seconds and then get that Uber push in. Could have been perfect strat, but instead they have lost 2 players, and Lowpander's actually trying to edge their way in here. They will get Demul, and now they're trying to retreat, try to keep Vanny alive. Vanny will actually go down though. Now it's Hildreth on last there, kind of awkwardly fighting. Actually, Funds as well gets a lot of time on the point. He will get Dr. Phil in the move. He gets the kill onto Josh. Uber's bombed in, gets Damo and Yippee, and whoa, what just happened?
That was Lego just got assaulted from all angles right there, including from a spy. Spy actually does a lot of burst damage, and that was just barely enough to make it work. And that's going to be 2-0. Kind of heartbreaking for Lego. They just keep beefing these pushes where they're just a little bit too aggressive. They go too early and then they just mess it up. Looks like there's going to be no heavy to this mid. So Mookie is going to be on the rocket launcher. Let's see where he goes. Actually going to get jumped right away. Hits some nice wall rockets right there onto the move. Now he's going to move on forward, spamming it and out quite a bit. And so far, actually looking pretty decent for Lowpander. Here we come. The big Mookie flank finally comes into effect, but Yippee is on a 3k, a 4k. Can he take down this last scout? It's going to be super clutch if he can. He doesn't have quite as much health. He's on 10 HP actually. He's going to need some help here. He will actually back off, but he kind of went off on that mid.
Yeah, I really love the Mookie waddle though. You just walked straight through the right side of mid and got completely uncontested really. Like after he got those rockets on the soldier, you could just walk all the way around mid and then get the kill onto, what was it, Dr. Phil and Domo. So it's some poor play from Lego there, letting something like that just happen so easily. But yeah, now Yippee tried to save it, but now Lowpander is in control of mid. It is even, both medics did die, so now it's going to be a little bit of a stalemate, though Potato is on sniper, so they're already trying to actively break this stalemate.
This is one of the worst points, basically, on any of the competitive T2 maps for a sniper. It's slightly worse when you're inside and the enemy has yard, but still, this is pretty bad as a sniper, trying to snipe into Granary mid. He's really going to have to catch him off guard, and you know, if he doesn't hide the dot properly, they're just going to know and like just spam him out so easily. But so far, I don't think they actually know. They're not acting like it, at least. But, you know, they're also just sitting back and not really letting him walk forward, even though they don't know he's there yet. So, yeah, let's see. He's actually going to go on the left side. There we go. He found one. Yeah, they didn't expect.
Oh, and a headshot on Mookie too. This is actually a lot of damage they can work, off of right now. They popped the Uber on the left side here. The Uber has been popped by Vanny. Mookie does go down. He will crater. Yippee goes down. Demol goes down. So Lego tried to play off of that damage. They did get the kill onto Mookie, but they haven't really gotten anything past that. Demol, or not Demol, Potato is on Sniper. He's trying to push through top, try to get that kill onto Vanny. He will not find a shot. Domo goes down. It's now just Dr. Phil and Potato. So that, I feel like that was a decent idea on what they had going, but it just didn't work out. And Potato will just pop Ubers out of the sky there. The Lowpander doesn't need to be too phased by it. They're going to just go straight onto second. They get Yippee, they get Potato. They cap up the second point. They're probably going to be moving into last as well. Moving in on the right side here. There's a Soldier, the Mole very close. Actually, it's Josh, never mind. But there's Domo and Dr. Phil. They're all weak. And they're going to be cleaned up here. It's just Demol. He is nowhere to be seen. He's flying through the air and gets Mr. Epic and Mookie. Whew, all right. Well, that's interesting. He does save Lego there.
That's a big hole by Demol. Just stands up top of the case there. But yeah, once again, it seems like Lego's just too aggressive right there. They don't have the DM to be as aggressive as they're trying to be. It just kind of falls apart. I think they just need to play better together at this point. It's not really working. They actually spam out funds right here as they kind of semi-push in from both sides, and they actually force out Yuba as well. Dr. Phil does not have his own, like not even close. But he actually survived. Lowpander, they don't even push in, so they're just going to be content to hold this. And Lego are actually pretty good at pushing into second here on this map. I think they have a history of being good at it, and Josh will catch out Ubers, who was holding up top, just kind of jumps in from underneath, and really great play there by him. And now he's going to put up some pressure on outside. That's going to force everyone back, and then that's going to allow Lego to cap it. So just beautiful recap here by Lego. That's pretty rare to see a team being that good at actually pushing out.
Yeah, I see Mookie on the little hiding spot here by the forward spawn. Lego's trying to move in to mid here. Mookie's is going to be standing on the point, go for that back cap while the Uber has been popped by Lego on mid. They're trying to get some frags to get Hildreth. Lowpander's trying to get out. Funds goes down. Yeah, this backup's still going on, and Potato will get direct hitted by Mookie there, but Demol will come in, will take him out. But Lowpander is now on mid. So a lot of people have abandoned the midpoint there, and they do have Uber. They're kind of in an awkward position though, but they're just going to try and wrap here. Fanny will have to pop his Uber, but Demol goes down, and now Lego's trying to just go back, deal with these players, but the Uber still is just faded now. But 3 kills, and Ubers is going to get Dr. Phil as well. There goes Josh and Domo. Fanny does go down to Potato, but I don't think Lowpander's going to be too upset about that. They're going to cap up second. And if they go fast enough, they might even be able to get on last before their Lego gets their big 4-player spawn wave here. Actually, they won't, because there's a pause.
Slow. Look at that. They're barely moving. Yeah, we have a pause.
This is an interesting spot to pause. This is like a very interesting position, because I see Lowpander is in position to potentially be pushing in soon. They have about 3 players here on second. They have Ubers also, and I think the spawn times were on like 10 seconds for Lego. So if they make it in just in time, they should be able to push in.
Yeah, the important part here is to, of course, look at Funds. Funds is ahead of the point. He has a lot of health, and he's going to be in a pretty good position to fight a Soldier. A Soldier standing up on that pipe is going to have a lot of trouble actually hitting a scout with rockets. Like, you basically have to drop down to actually be able to consistently hit him. Here we go. Funds, he will run in now, but he's going to get popped into the air. But yeah, look at that. He just gets taken down super fast. But the Heavy has come outside, but it's still 2 players fighting him. But the rest of the Lego spawners will come out. He wasn't quite 10 seconds with the team. And Lego, they will barely hold that one. But yeah, like a Soldier that far up is actually super disadvantaged against the Scout. He's just too high up.
Well, that was it was a good attempt. It's just a shame, yeah, they couldn't focus down that Heavy fast enough. They did not have the players for it, so does not work out. Funds actually gets caught in top. Hildreth will go down to Domo. Ubers will get caught on the point, so everybody just kind of bleeding, or not bleeding, feeding. It rhymes, but it's definitely not the same word. And the 3 players are down for Lowpander now. They're on mid. They are at a slight Uber disadvantage. Lego's coming in, and they're just going to completely abandon this midpoint. They're probably going to go and hold the yard now.
Yeah, they don't want anything to do with that. That's for sure. Ubers is on a banner, so you know they're probably just trying to spam this out. And interestingly enough, Mookie is still on the direct hit. You've seen him get a few kills. Actually, we see a lot of people in the left yard, and it's gonna be a pretty even trade as Josh hits Airshot, I think, by the direct hit. Yippee will, however, get another kill. Oh, well, I think they want to hold on to this bit. They want to fight it. This is where it's been going wrong before. So let's go, Lego. It's time to go huge, and both Ubers have now been top, and this should favor Lego with their spawns. So I like their decision to actually stay in. And here comes the scout onto mid. Can they get him? Yes, they can. So Fun's just basically sacking right here. And Lego, if I know them right, they're going to be pushing left. They went right. I don't know.
Good attempt. Well, they're moving in right, and they're just trying to make their way through right now, checking all the sticky spots. They're now on the point here. They're doing a decent job of not dying to all the spam here. Demol actually aggressively jumping onto Mookie will get that kill. Will go down to Mr. Epic, and Hildreth goes down to Potato. So that's 2 players down for Lowpander. Gonna give Lowpander, not Lowpander, Lego a good opportunity to push it to last, pushing it through the left side here. We do have Ubers on top, but nobody on Lowpander wanted to contest that point, so Lego will get that point. It is now 2-1.
2-1, so Lego, they're not out of this at all. There's still plenty of time left, and as I mentioned in the pre-game discussion, like one quick mid is basically all you need here, and then it's just mayhem, and you can just roll around super quickly. So let's see. Looks like Hildreth and Domo are basically equally fast. Domo will have hit the better stickies, so slight advantage there for Lego. The Demol has finally jumped in. Will get a scout right away. Even hits the medic a little bit, but so far Lego has not really been able to capitalize on it. But just as I say, they actually move forward here as a team and get a lot of damage done. Still some Lowpander players on the high ground, and Yippee is trying to contest it, but just not really able to. And yeah, there we go. He actually gets taken down, but Mookie and Demol, they will trade, and it's just Dr. Phil. It's gonna be hard for him to get out, and yeah.
I feel kind of bad for Mookie. He tried to get onto Dr. Phil, and he launched Dr. Phil up, and then Mookie instinctively, instead of going, or at least it seemed like he instinctively went for the splash shot on the wall instead of going for the air shot, but he was on direct hit, so there was no splash there. So he shot a rocket to the wall that did absolutely nothing. It was a good attempt.
Yeah, would you like to inform the audience how the direct hit works?
You see, the direct hit, it sacrifices the splash of the rocket launcher in exchange for mini crits when you hit people in the air, getting air shots, and also rocket speed. So it can work sometimes, but it didn't really work out that time. And Lowpander is actually pushing into last here, trying to get some frags after this Uber has gone down. They're trying to do what they can with this heavy from Yippee, and the Solly are just doing all they can to try and just take everyone out. It's just Hildreth and Vanny now. They're trying to stay alive, but I think that they're going to have to get out. Vanny actually barely stays alive there. They're going to be retreating now, and they're going to be giving up the second point.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. I thought Vanny was going to get caught for sure, but there's not quite enough rockets there on Josh to be able to do it. Yeah, let's hope Mookie actually was paying attention to when you explained how the weapon works. You know, he'll get him next time. He has already died, of course, so they will retreat out of this. And, looks like we're going to have another banner going up. I think it'll be Josh this time. So, Ubers also have one, but Josh's going to jump in very aggressively here. There we go. Phil is so weak, though. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's gonna... Josh actually gets caught. I think there might be someone behind. No, it just seems like Lowpander's just a little paranoid. But they're gonna be pushing in now. Try to make it through that choke point on the right side, but they're just getting spammed out really hard right now. Uber is doing a good job of spamming people away. Uber's gonna jump straight through. Potato goes down actually on the flank. Uber has made enough space for his team to now push into right yard. They are in. Lego is out. They do have their Uber almost up. Lego, that is. Dr. Phil on that 100%. They popped the Uber in second now. Yeah, they're going to try and get out now. Hildreth goes down, though. The scout there is completely caught. That's Funds. Vanny did get out in time, so Lowpander, in theory, should have their Uber to contest this midpoint after they get their spawners again.
Yeah, in theory, doesn't always work in practice, though. It looks like they're definitely setting up to come in again, and like Josh hasn't actually spotted it. It was kind of his job to do that. And there we go. Lego, they will not get this cap point, so they timed that really well. And Dr. Phil even going down. Perfect timing from Lowpander, not quite so perfect from Lego. They quite overestimated their own ability to get out, or at least to fight it. So that seems to be kind of one of the themes where Lego, they just stay in a little bit too long or go a little bit too fast, and then they lose the DM fight that follows.
Uber's just trying to clear some stickies. He's having some issues, so Vanny is going to have to Uber saw the stickies away. Luckily, Domo did not get the did not blind death those sticks, so Vanny will survive walking through like 5 stickies there. But Lowpander now has second, and they do have about 25% advantage, and Lego has Potato on NG there, so this is going to be a last push in the making. They're trying to arrow build right now with Ubers, and I think that is Funds rather. They're going to be moving in now. They're going to be moving through the right side, I guess if you're using Lego's perspective. They have Ubered, they get that Sentry. Now it's time to actually kill the actual players instead of the 7th player. They're trying to get some frags. Funds goes down, but then goes Demul, Yippee, Domo, Potato, everyone from Lego going down. Lowpander, successful push into last. Go up 3-1.
Only one player dying there from Lowpander. That's really good pushing. Just once again, these pushes, they're just so crisp and well executed. And like, if only Lego's pushes was well, this could have been a really close game. But as it is, it's 3-1. It's not over yet, but time is not on Lego's side. There's 3.5 minutes left. This is doable, especially in Granary. But they're going to need to be very quick here and actually just fully commit on these mid, and that might make them more predictable. We'll see. Josh going to skip them in very quickly here. Somehow doesn't get his kill. That was very unfortunate for him, but I think he's done enough damage to allow the rest of the Lego team to go forward, but Dumu will find himself in front of a heavy right there, and he will go down. However, the rest of the Lego team, they are chasing. They want this so badly. And they might even get second here for free. Domo's going to jump forward to just secure the area as well. There's a sneaky sticky trap kind of on the left side that Dr. Phil could fall into. Like, if he's not careful, if he comes in from the wrong angle. Scout should have spotted it by now, though, but it could go wrong, and they still haven't spotted the sticky trap. Okay, now he blew it himself. But never mind that. I hyped it for nothing. But we actually have a suicide in by Domo, and he actually gets the pop.
Domo onto Mookie as well. This is going to be very good for Lego. They forced the Uber. They got the sniper. They're going to just freely Uber into last now. Hildreth goes down. It's just 4 players. They're going to try to do what they can, but the point's being played by Lego.
Nice.
That'll be at 3-2. So Lego has now 2 minutes left to get 1 more point to potentially run this back, get that comeback, and put this into a golden cap.
That was exactly what Lego needed. 2 minutes, that's completely doable. Like, just another strong mid, and you can just roll all the way to last. So, Lego, they're not giving up, and I'm happy they didn't. And let's see if they can get another mid. Domo will be slightly faster than Hildreth once again, but mostly about who can land these stickies, and neither player really lands any, I think. They're actually playing very passively right now. They're just waiting for Lego to come in here. And Lego, they're not actually being overly aggressive, I don't think. They're actually taking their time, but Demul gets demolished, and Domo has now jumped in as well, and that's going to be a complete wipe of Lego. Oh, now it's almost the opposite situation of what Lego wanted.
Yeah, they're completely wiped. They need to just probably go crits and just try to push out a last, somehow get something going here. It's going to have to start with probably either contesting second or do something on this to get this force up quickly from Lowpander. Lowpander's just going to sit in second here. They're not even going to push into last. They're just going to be waiting on Lego to push in. Lego's going to have to push in like right about now. They're trying to aggress through left side here. They're getting some weak players. Ubers has been dropped there. Mookie actually goes down as well, so that's 2 players down. Lowpander's going to be moving in with the Uber, though. They're going to be blocking this up, just try to delay as much as they can. It's now 35 seconds. The crits will almost be up for Lego, but I think it won't really matter at this point. The crits is now on to Demol. He gets 1 crit rocket onto Funds, another one onto Mr. Epic, so this is a pretty good crits from Demol. It is actually also a big chase onto the combo of Ubers and Vanny here. Ubers is going to get caught. He's going to go down. Vanny is going to go for the...
Yeah. 10 seconds left. Yeah, okay.
Ooh, Vanny on the big flank here, though. In yard, he's going to be walking around, trying to catch someone here on second. He sees a sword, and it's Josh. He's not ready for this. Is he going to go down to Vanny? Oh, he does. They actually trade. But, well, Lowpander just barely managed to pull out the win there, and they will win this match 3-2. So 6 points going to Lowpander in this fixture here. But I have to say, it was 2 very close maps, and it has to be kind of a shame for Lego that they did not manage to at least get like 2 points from this official.
Yeah, indeed. So, like now, Lego, they can technically still not make the playoffs if 7 decide to lose to Unexpected, and then Lego are not secure in the playoffs bid. So, you know, this is very unfortunate for Lego. However, for Lowpander, this is very nice because they are now guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. I assume playoffs is 4 teams, and then they play each other.
Should be, yes.
So, yeah. Lego almost pulling it back there, but overall, I think we have to admit that Lowpander did indeed seem to be the better team tonight. And let's look at some logs to see if we can confirm that in any way. Do you have the logs?
I am in the progress of pulling them up because my browser crashed.
Nice. All right. Well, I can spoil the top damage, which is, of course, the most important, and that's going to be from all Ubers. Basically, as always, he was an absolute beast. This map, he went 28 for 13 at 300 damage per minute flat, 2.8 KD, sorry. So very strong game by him, and yeah, he also did get the majority of the heals. So once again, it's actually looking quite similar to what we saw before as far as damage goes, like team damage goes, and who had what damage. Domo was number 2. Slightly less damage, and then Hilders was under him, and then Josh and Demul. Demul actually having more kills than Josh, and Dr. Phil having only 11 deaths this time, not quite, I don't know, was it 15 or 13 before, to Vanny's 6. So it looks very similar on both of these maps. I think the main difference here was that the Funds and Mr. Epic kind of switched positions a little bit, and like Funds wasn't nearly as dominant. He went 27 for 22, whereas Mr. Epic went 23 for 11, which is good. And then Yippee once again went 16 for 13 with the better DPM, 168. And then Potato went 25 for 21, almost the same as before.
I find it kind of funny that like the reason why we were having server issues in this fixture was like that like Ubers and I think maybe also Mr. Epic were having ping issues onto the server that Lego wanted to play on. So they played the first map on the other server, but then they played Granary and they played on the other server, and they're still having ping issues. But then Ubers just destroys anyway. It was it's kind of funny. Like Mr. Epic and Ubers are like the best players and still pounded, even though they seemingly had connections issues. But
yeah, I also think Demul had issues.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes.
So I don't know. I think it's better we just don't think about that too hard.
Probably.
Mookie went 14 for 25. That's pretty standard Mookie stats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played heavy, spy, and sniper. You know, so no elusive NG plays or anything, or pyro. You know, I have still yet to see a pyro defense on Granary last. That just seems to not be possible.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's
you're gonna need some precognition to know where they're pushing from to make that work.
That would be beautiful. It would be beautiful when it works, but that's gonna be a very difficult one.
Yeah, indeed. Like I don't know, you could put the pyro up top and then just jump down. How hard can that be? People are just dumb. I'm just too smart, and I just figured it out for you guys. You're welcome.
I mean, in theory, I mean, if you jump to left and then like manage or left, and then just manage to like reflect a rocket back into the Uber players, and then maybe it could work. But that's gonna, I don't know about that one, you know?
Yeah. All right. Let's look at heals once again. It's almost the same as before. See Yippee on 23% heal, same as Josh. And then Domo on 29%. So that's kind of the same. Josh got some more heals this time around, it looks like. And I'd say they did better for it. But Yippee, once again, not really making that much use out of that heavy heal amount. And Uber's getting the most heals on Lowpander by 27%, and then he'll do on 24%. And then finally we have Mr. Epic on 22%. Those are kind of the top ones. And yeah, so pretty much what we saw before. Right? These logs look very similar to me. Like there's some details that are different, but the overall picture is just the same to me.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think that one thing that's changed from the first map is that this map I feel was a lot. It's not like in Snakewater where it was one really long round and then suddenly points started like going into Lowpander or just in general started flying around. Like now it was like every round seemingly was the same except for that one round at the near the end that just Lego completely rolled. Like outside of all the other ones, they were like relative, like 5 minutes, like, you know, someone pushed into like second and then they got re-pushed and all this stuff. So I feel this was a surprisingly interesting Granary match. I was maybe a little pessimistic, maybe a little unwarranted.
Yeah, maybe. We did, I don't know, and I was a little bit too optimistic. Together, we complete each other on a perfect.
Aww.
Yeah. Don't worry, I hate you. All right.
Wow. Wait. Hold on.
I don't know. I'm afraid of intimacy. Leave me alone.
All right.
I had to ruin the moment. Let's see. Do we have any interviews lined up? I don't think we do.
I think we do.
Oh, we do. They're already in the channel. I was looking at the channel above us. They've already snuck in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the super silent Hildreth and Vanny are with us tonight. So, congratulations on your 6 points tonight, guys.
I could be accused of many things, but super silent, not that.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just blind. That might be a more accurate statement. Yeah, but yeah, you guys, you just made playoffs, and was that something you expected going into the season, or did you expect it to struggle?
Yes. Well, we expected to compete for playoffs. That was our target this season, to make playoffs, and we are now there. So let's see how far we can go. You know, that's it.
That's it. All right. And how confident are you going into it? Like, do you think you're the second best team in Europe right now?
Not really. Like, as far as I'm concerned, we have to defeat Arctic Foxes in the playoffs to be the second best team in Europe. But we're pretty confident we'll be top 3 this season.
All right, and we're also joined by Vanny. Vanny, of course, merking today. So how was it merking for Lowpander, Vanny? Do you fit in well?
Yeah, I really like it. I haven't played Medic in a while, so it's refreshing to come back, and like the way Lowpander plays, it's really fun. I sub for him every now and then.
It must be. It's a pretty controlling style, right? You didn't seem to die a whole lot. I think you died like, I don't know, like 5 and 6 times or something like that.
Yeah, I tend to like just like focus on staying alive. I think that's the most important task for a medic. Like I don't hit insane clutch arrows, and I might not have like, you know, like that kind of skill, but I think staying alive is way more important than being able to hit arrows sometimes.
Well,
like if you actually expect me on the stream, I think I missed quite a lot actually.
Oh, well, let's just ignore that info. You actually got quite a lot of kills. I think you got 6 kills on both maps. So
yeah, I had a higher KD than Muki on the first map.
Nice. Oh yeah, you went 4 for 5. That's really good. That's beautiful. But what was Muki's KD? Oh, 0.6?
The thing is that this is my first time playing in a team like this. Or well, it's like my first time playing in a team where it's like this kind of environment is great. I think this is how TF2 is supposed to be played, where people have fun. We're still taking it seriously. Like playing with Mookie, like is the best example I can think of. That like the motivational effect, because you just play with this crazy guy who can both play roamer and do all these off-class strats.
Yeah, it seems to me like Mookie has to dial it back a little bit with his off-classing from last season. Is this just something I'm making up, or is there actually something to it?
Well, you'll probably have better off asking him that question than me, but one thing we know is with some of the weapons that were banned, certain classes aren't as effective. Like Engineer without the Rescue Ranger, for example. But but yeah, he has played less. I don't know. You have to ask him.
All right. Is Crayon still on the team?
Crayon still on the team.
Why did he dodge?
He basically Crayon. I could give you the offensive version. That's maybe too personal. I could just say that he wasn't well.
Let's just say he couldn't make it.
No,
think of the children.
He has a problem with one of his ears at the moment. And it wasn't. He didn't want to play. But we had Vanny on backup, and he's played with us quite a few times this season, so we're pretty comfortable getting Vanny in. No problems there. If Vanny couldn't play, then it would have been a Deaf Crayon, or maybe a Sheepy's Dog Hands medic. I think that would have been good.
Oh no!
Sheepy's Dog Hands, but we've done it before. It was an experience. A fun one.
All right.
Now that's something that I don't think we're ever going to see.
Or Zub medic.
I think that's kind of legit. Sometimes.
Yeah. How much calling did Crayon do? Usually medics do a lot of calling.
Well, Vanny's more of a vocal medic than Crayon is, which actually doesn't fit our style as well, because he makes calls. Crayons kind of well, we've got like a structure in our team with main caller, sort of be as a secondary caller, that kind of thing. So having Vanny in there, he's just got to get used to being a little bitch, you know.
Mookie flames me a lot for being stuck in the past, but
well.
I think I'm getting onto it. It's kind of like weird going from how you used to lead to a team by being a main caller, and then you go to being more of like a passive silent voice. It takes a bit of time to adapt to, but like the medic skill is definitely still there. But yeah, sometimes Uber just tell me to shut up.
Right. Yeah, he's a scary Latvian, right?
Oh yeah, he's fucking buff.
Yeah. Are you also going to land with them to I-61?
If Mon's visa gets denied, then yeah.
Oh,
we have our full roster.
If it doesn't get denied, which I think we'll know by tomorrow, right?
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
I'm basically looking for a team for LAN, and I haven't gotten any offers yet. It's kind of sad. I think I had the shittiest timing looking for a team, I think.
Tell them all about your experiences right now.
Oh, you want me to read my LFT
Go
post?
for it. Go for it.
The world needs to know.
I need to know what.
Tell us about how you're trying to find a team. Tell the community.
Okay, well, I've been looking for a team, and I haven't gotten any offers. I don't think there's much more to it.
Oh, this is one very long rec post that I'm currently looking at.
Hildred, why haven't you bumped my rec post?
I'll do it after. You've got a platform to promote yourself right now, though.
I can't post in this channel.
You should just promote, and then we'll put the clip in the recruitment post. Its comments.
Oh, there was a clip?
No, but you should go and say some words, and then we clip it, and that's the recommendation on the rec post.
No, let's just make this your rec post. Like, what do you look for in a LAN team, Ben?
Oh, I want to be the best. I know I have what it takes. That's why I play with Lowpander. Like, no irony. I think these guys are honestly really underrated.
Oh, those are words that I definitely agree with, but that's not go down that road. But what? But so come on. So come on. We're trying to get you to promote yourself, and you're just bitching out here.
I'm just here. No, what? I'm just here to do the interview. I'm not here to sell myself. I actually suck at selling myself. I tend to like let the skills speak.
All right, I'll interview you. What are you looking for in a LAN team?
I already told you. All right. Maybe Hildred, you can talk about me instead. I can't talk about myself. I'm too bad at this.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just a shy boy.
Do you want me to write your dating profile as well? Or what?
Oh my
That's
god.
what this is, right?
I know Vanny's a very experienced gamer. He's been playing TF2 for like 8 years. He knows the game. He, as Mickey says, he's just a bit stuck in the past. With the first time he played with us, we got a pick in a stalemate, and he was just like, "Let's push team." So he's definitely not been around lately, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know, but he's got the mechanics, the game sense. Like a couple of times, holding the Ubers when he can, positioning after we get their medic, that sort of thing. Like most players are not very good because they don't read the situation ahead, but Vanny does that pretty well. So yeah, that's all I can say about Vanny. He's a good player, and if you're looking for a Prem medic, you should pick him up. Is that good? Can we move on?
Yes, that's good.
I'll deposit the cash tomorrow, Hildred.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see. Next week should be 7. Like those guys are actually pretty good. I think. Like how close do you think you are to 7? Like skill 1.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to. We haven't PCW'd them at all this season. So the last time we played them was in the it's like in that one of the preseason cups on Cough Bagel, and we got rolled. But we did have Sheepy, so that's our excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So I don't know. Hopefully we can put on a good game. Like we don't have any expectations in that game. Although I do hear that if we don't win, Ubers is dodging LAN. So maybe we'll have to try.
Actually try.
I don't know. I expect they will beat us, but you know we won't get rolled. That's my prediction.
I think that game might act as a reverse qualification match. If you beat 7 will be so mad that they're going to go to LAN just to beat you.
I don't know. I think they'll probably go anyway. They'll probably replace the 1 or 2 people that can't be asked to go.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Maybe, you know, who knows?
They'll
Yeah,
probably they'll like
We'll see. We'll see. Hint, hint, hint.
HiipFire for 7?
No, whoa, no, that's not what I'm implying at all with this hint. Okay, never mind.
Peter
Let's go
for
on. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
move
they're
on.
really good. I'm pretty sure I can't gimp them that much. Like I'm pretty sure we'd win anyway. Sounds like a good gig to me.
Maybe.
It's scout, right? I'm a pretty good scout. Like eventually I'll hit things if they stand still. Maybe.
I mean, if you just make sure that you can shoot soldiers that are jumping, I mean, that's basically all you're gonna have to do anyway.
Oh, I don't think I can do that one actually.
Oh, come on, it's
They're
not
flying
that
through the air,
hard.
they're flying through the air. That's impossible. Anyway.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Let's go to some shout outs and then I want to hit the bed. All right, and actually, yeah, let's start with Hildred and then go to Vanny.
Oh, poor Vanny. Yeah, I have my main motivation here is to actually first I'll shout out to Lego and you guys because you had to put up with a lot of server switches. It's one of those situations where every server they had, we had some issues with. Like it wasn't Ubers like this time. It was more me and Mun and Vanny on one of them. And every server like we gave them, they had 100 ping, so we just had to suck it up and play on Dutch server because the problems for us were less than theirs. But sorry for all the delays.
Well, at least you didn't just get mad and took a default this time.
It was tempting, but no, we didn't. So shout out to you guys. Want to shout out Twitch TV /MUUQ. That's Mike Uniform. I can't actually cue back. Twitch TV Mook for the Lowpander fundraiser to get this Russian to LAN, so we can actually see if he's any good on 0 ping. So yeah, look out for that.
Do you think he's actually going to be able to hit anything with 0 ping? He's not just going to be confused?
Well,
He's just gonna shoot in front of people.
I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, and the only way to experiment is find out is to get him over. So yeah, that and shout out to Komori. Yeah.
All right, Vanny, any shoutouts?
Oh, where do I begin? Shout out to Muki's stream. Like, go there and donate. These guys can and will like destroy people at LAN, definitely. And shout out to my girlfriend.
Thanks, Fanny.
Also the TF2 community for making every LAN a wonderful experience. I know it's kind of cliche, but it gets better every year.
All right, HiipFire. Did you have any moving last words?
Thanks, Beater and Gem, for making this cast happen and letting me still cast for some odd reason. Shoutouts to my team, chumto.net. We're slowly trying to become not shit at TF2, and it's going pretty okay. And go to I-61. Go to I-61, 25th of August to 28th, I think the dates are. Go make it, the biggest LAN that EU will ever see, or not, but go anyway.
It'll be the biggest LAN ever this year, and maybe. And I will just shout out. I have a demo call for the end of season frag movie, so you can find it on ETF2L. Just search for just go into the movie forum, so it should be there. Also, you can check out the Fantasy League. It's about to end pretty soon. We're ending up on the last week. However, I recommend just making a team if you haven't made one, because then you understand how it works. And then once the playoffs roll around, I'll make a new season, and you can start over, and you can smash all these nerds in fantasy. So look forward to that. A lot of people didn't actually make it into the initial week, because I think Fantasy League started half an hour before the first match. So, whoopsie doopsie. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. There's not going to be any matches tomorrow because it's Friday, so I'll just wish you a good weekend and have a good night as well. So see you.
Can I say something before we finish?
Yes.
I would just like to explain that the name, the name Warrior Name or team tag, came from my boss at my work asking me if I had a warrior name when I played computer games.
That's good.
I'm glad we got this story, man. All right. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.